Hello. So clearly today, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna try to practice my fundamentals. Hey, Captain Jetlag, how's it going? Eric Ricky, Dr. Sheldon, Kilrathi. What up? So the idea I was thinking is I'll do like I'll try a different specularity, like material. Not really material, but specularity and different lighting situations on each sphere. And I'll try to render it. I should really do like different material, like jelly, stone, fire, but I think I'll do that another day. Ricky. Oh shit. Tomorrow I can do it. I thought I want to try this. I thought let's do something different today. So I think I'll do that today. There's probably some sort of like calculations you can do in terms of like light intensity. If the light is equally intense across the three spheres, it'll affect differently. Jellyfire. August, maybe. Hey, Weeping J.A., Book 11, how's it going? York, oh yeah. So, like I said earlier, today I'm gonna go back to basics a bit and try to do this. Mostly just to practice a bit. Are you done animated? Zealin, what up? You are on time. On time. Hey, Bruno Robados. Hey, listen. Hey, Husky, Mind Waker. Sup, eighth month. All right. Let's stop the silliness and get to practicing. So I think for this one I'll do the light kind of like that, classic. This one, let's kind of do that. And I guess this one lit from there. No. So. Captain Jetlag. Who needs months, right? So I remember like one guy telling me a long time ago. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said like the darkest lights, which is here, you know, on the lit side, can't be brighter than the brightest darks there, generally. And it's always stuck with me somehow, like this, that saying, even though I don't remember it fully. But he always said, like, he said that, Andrew Jones, his name is. I was like, yeah. And it's so interesting in that sense, that because I haven't been like in a traditional art education. I'm self-taught, and all these like good rules that you learn from other smart people, you have to like actively dig those out if you're self-taught. While, let's say, a good teacher could help you get to that point faster by filtering the useful information that's out there, right? Because they probably, if you're a teacher, you've probably been teaching for many years, and you have that, like, this library of clever words. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Yeah, exactly, Zillion. It's exactly what I said, just different order. Book a lemon. Yeah, I'm self-taught. I haven't gone to art school at all. I mean, I went to like extra art classes in high school, but you know, that's not art school. I had additional hours of art, like twice the amount as a normal student, but there was no, you know, I haven't gone to fine art school or anything like that. Should also try a hand at squares. I think squares is also good. Eric Ricky, yeah, absolutely. Um, that's a really good point. That what you said, like, there's rules to the exception, right? Like you said, like latex, it's super reflective, so it just reflects more things like a mirror, and that's something you gotta also like know, and that's why it's also important to do material studies and not just what I'm doing now, right? Because what I'm doing now is more or less just the fundamentals of shading. There's kind of no material in mind, but I think it's important to try to learn that as well, and I think that's why we should, as a community here, we should practice some fundamentals to try to do, like, I think that the general point of view is like, fundamentals, whatevs, like, I know it, you know, I'll know how to draw, but doing something very, very basic and doing it very, very, very accurate is not easy, you know. It takes a lot of thinking to get it just right. Hey, Tiana, 1991, rocking it like it's the 90s. Well, if you were born in the 90s, then you didn't rock anything. You were just a baby. Today, I am doing basics training to get to practice that skill set. to do some, like I mentioned, to do something very simple but accurate. It's really, really hard, and it's a good challenge to do. Is how close to perfect in that sense can you get on something that's very basic to draw? Let's say like a cube in perspective, or rendering spheres, and try to get it as real as you can make it, or as accurate as you can make it, or whatever purpose. Rocking the diapers like it's 1991. Yeah. Or most likely rocking that nipple like it's 1991. But that could be construed to some non-baby behavior. So maybe that wouldn't be the smartest. Hey Shartha, how are you? Go away. Screen, not Shartha. I got a pop-up menu list. I touched the Windows key and it didn't want to go away. Shartha, you are all more than welcome to join us. I promise it wasn't meant to you, Shartha. It might have sounded like it, but it was not. I got that annoying Windows 10 window menu up. And for me, when that happens, I get that bell in Windows, like bling, 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 bling. No shortcut, keyboard shortcut works until I click the Windows button again, and then all the shortcuts and button commands work. So annoying. August. That's true. That's true. I mean, one is optional, one is not. I mean, obviously, diapers could also be optional. You could just go free bird. But your mom would probably have her hands full, literally and figuratively. And I spilled coffee on my keyboard today, and over the mouse. So that's fun. Yeah. So it's behaving a little bit funny. Eric, yeah. I can tell you it's not the first keyboard and mouse I've destroyed by spilling coffee. Okay, so really matte maybe, and matte being then a big gradient, a full gradient, a full range, and not go very bright, because a matte material doesn't have like a peak in the curve. And a peak in the curve, I mean, like a matte object would be like that, but it would probably be capped depending on material, but the gradient would go straight, right? It would be, here's 100% white, here's black. And let's say a shiny material maybe would go like that. Like the distance, the intensity of the light would be, you know, like that. Then that would be a shiny material. If that makes sense. So matte materials, they don't. So let's make this super shiny. So matte material would be very smooth in the transition. Hey, that animated. Hey, Iglesias, how's it going? What's up, Iglesias? Okay, so if this is shiny, a shiny material, it should kind of reflect the sphere on this side, should reflare. It should reflect the sphere on that side, curve it slightly. Rim lighting. Yeah, rim light is edge light on the rim. And most likely reflection of the ground. That was hard. God, that was hard. There I had to dig deep to get that word out. Would a wet or shiny material have reflection in the shadow? Let's see. Water would not. Water would be transparent because there is no reflection on the surface. Glass in shadow would reflect ambient light and so on. There's probably some formula I don't know about how to treat reflective material. You see, it's not that easy. You think it's easy, but when you start breaking it down and trying to add logic to it or an actual functionality to it. I mean, I know that wet objects need light to be reflective. My face. Here's me with the Wacom pen and coffee on the table. Like a real idiot. You see that right click? That was automatic from my broken mouse. Fun. Aski, would bounced light make wet surface reflective? Probably. But as far as I understand, a wet surface reflects only due to the kind of mirror behavior of the surface, right? Because it reflects the light, reflects, so that you see from the angle of your eyes to the surface, you see a reflection of whatever is above in the same angle, right? So if you look down at the water, you see the reflection straight up. So if you look from the side of the water, you'll have a very short angle of reflection, but it's still going to be reflected. And especially if there's waves and so on, because then you're bending the surface and you're going to tilt the angle of reflection. I'm quite sure that bounce light, I mean, it is a light source, so it has to be bound by that fact, you know. I actually don't know. A very reflective ball should be darker in the middle. True. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like it makes sense. Okay. So this one, make the range very hard. Eriki. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one as well. Like fabric that's wet versus dry. I mean, it has to get darker and it has to get slightly more saturated due to water, right? Yeah, it's not, I mean, thinking about all these things, that's what I love about doing challenges like this, is you sit and think, like, what do I actually know here? Like, where am I failing? Too intense, I think, I'd say. And it's easy to brush off a simple thing. Let's say, yeah, I can render materials on a sphere. That's no problem, you know. But when you actually sit down like this, I mean, when I started in the morning, before I started in the morning rather, I was thinking, is it too basic? Like, is it just going to be me doing something very easy and then go, But that being said, I've actually been challenged, you know, in thinking, if I think about it, like, it's not been super easy here. Right click. That's going to be annoying today. And I think this shadow is all effed up. Exactly. Exactly, Buka. Then understand where you're actually not understand where you're not understanding, and then and fill that gap with knowledge. And Material Tuesday. Yeah. What I mean, I'm up for it. Are you guys up for it? To do like material cubes. Or just a week of studies. So this is my challenge to you guys. We have had the horse challenge. Let's do the sphere challenge. Make a basic sphere. 3 different types of spheres. Oh, your right click, go to hell. No coffee Tuesday. Oh, see you later. Don't. How dare you? Iglesias. I think I might have gone too dark on the lit side here. I think I need to. Yeah. Yeah, that looks more accurate. What? Ah, yeah, because I moved it. Nope, that did not make things better. This is tricky. This is tricky and I love it. Obviously it needs to follow the shape of the sphere and distort. Probably have higher intensity as it curves because it's crunching the data. And more towards us over here it should be less contrast because it's moving away on the sphere and towards us. Human-legged spheres. And then challenge like paint rubber, paint gold, paint ice, paint fire. It can be tricky. Obviously without reference. Like how well do you understand those things from your mind if you have to paint fire or paint water or rubber or metal grating or rusty metal, paint flakes. Hey, hi Sika. Hi Sisa. You caught the end part of the stream. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. New user. Yeah, hi Cisa. At least you were here. Hey Nariart, how's it going? So for Hi Cisa and Nari, we are doing 3 different spheres, different behaviors, 3 different lighting situations challenge, and it's it's not easy. So if this is a bright material, low bright material with a high kind of gloss, would it do this? Would it do that? Not necessarily reflective, it's just like, let's say it's coated with a layer of, it's like a pool pool ball. It would reflect. Maybe it would just reflect the highlights. Much like I mean, this one would definitely reflect highlights. It would be like environmental fogging. Man, it's tricky. Eric, it would reflect indeed. Well, I'm just thinking, what would it reflect? It wouldn't reflect like a mirror. But like a water surface doesn't reflect the darkness of the materials as well as the lit parts of, let's say, a scene. Right? Because there's like a cap. Anything underneath the dark tone of the water is just absorbed by the water, and the water's darkness becomes the dark parts of the reflection, right? There's like a value cap. So the question is, what would this actually reflect? It's a tricky one. Really, it's quite hard to say how it would, at least for me, at this in this morning. All right. This was harder than I expected. It was quite interesting. I kind of like that aspect of it being actually quite a challenge to get just right. So if you decide to do this little challenge, do please post it on the Firestarter forums. You can click the Firestarter underneath the stream. Just click the logo. You'll get thrown right in there. But yeah, it was harder than I expected. And I think I need to have more like banding on the values on the wet surface or the reflective surface. Yeah. One last thing. Maybe I can do like that. Oh, come on. Whatever this is, I don't know. At the moment I can't click anything. I have no idea why. But you see? Why is it like this? Coffee can't have done all of that. You see? This brush. It shouldn't be brush. Maybe Photoshop crashed. Oh. That's great. Yeah, it was Manly Man Coffee. I'll try to do it manually. Who's that? Okay, Voodoo Val. We're gonna raid Voodoo Val today. Let's see if it works. If I can manually raid. Nope. I think Photoshop crashed. No, we're back. All right. That's interesting. Now everything works. So if you want to do that, so if you want to do this challenge, make sure to post it. I'd love to see where you take it. I can save it. Let's raid Voodoo Val, and as per usual, join the raid, and I'll do the outro, then I'll switch us over. Have a great day. Good night if you're that part of the world. Thanks for all the new people. See you guys tomorrow. Let's do your topics tomorrow. Cool. Looking forward to it. All right. Bye everyone.